Hello everyone, I'm John Silva. Today I want to bring here an overview about my workflow using Affinity Designer. So if you want to learn a lot about techniques, feel free to join me on here. So first of all, I start with a reference, and from this reference I try to capture the motion, the gesture. And here what I'm doing is to bring the lines, and I need to say that the lines is going to give the motion of your drawing. So if you want to get good at drawing, try to study gestures. All right, and here this sketch is not very idle, is not very front. There is some dynamism in this design here, and here I try to apply a little bit of texturing just to try to experimenting more this process. During the sketch process, I always like to apply a preview for the shadows. This helps me to understand the depth of my design, alright? And this part of the process, I start to apply the blockout stage. If you don't know what is blockout stage, it is the step that I do only the vectors, alright? I don't care about details on here. I just want to make the shapes of each separate limb done, like the eyes, the tail, the ears. So I like to separate the design by pieces. This makes my process even easier for me later to apply the shadings by separating these like layers. All right. So here I'm polishing a bit more the design in the vectors, and then I started to apply the pre-shading, I would call this part, because I want to understand from my mind the shadows, right? Because it's not always that the shadows from the photo will fit into your stylized design, right? As you can see, this is a stylized design, and I want to make this to be clear as possible, right? And please don't forget that you can download for free the brushes that I use here in this project. I will leave the link right here below. And here I started to capture a bit more the shadows using the grayscale overview. So on Affinity you can use this mode, which is the grayscale, and it's easy for you to work with that. And now, after I'm happy with the pre-shading, I started to apply the base color. All right, and this part of the process, I'm trying to understand which color I want to go with my design. And to avoid this one single color, I like to explore different tonalities. All right, as you can see, I'm using the gradient map. All right, in the bottom below you can see the color bar where I change the colors from dark to the light colors. The gradient map, it is a very nice and fast technique where I explain a lot in depth in my courses, right? But here I'm just giving you a preview that gradient map, it is very easy to coloring using the shadings, right? So you don't need to spend time picking up each color and applying that. It is very easy to work with. And of course there are some pros and cons. And here I'm starting to apply some texturing, all right? And trying to understand which type of the silhouettes I want to bring, more fur or less. It's very important to experiment. So I'm polishing more the colorings and the texturings because they work kind of together, all right, in this part of the process. And then I'm applying a little bit of highlights to guarantee that the interest areas are getting attention, right? Like the areas of the face, some part of the body as well. And here I'm testing out, the coloring behind, and it is done. I hope that you enjoyed this explanation. If you like, comment here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.